Hi everybody, I thought I'd go into a little more detail as to what your style guide should look like. Hopefully by now you've reviewed some of the style guide examples. So let me just do a demo here of what yours could look like. So let's say this is my black and white vector drawing. I would hope that you spend more time on it, but I just wanted an example. So one thing that comes out of black and white vector drawings is they have a tendency to look really boring. Just the line art, it looks really flat, looks amateurish, it looks like you just got started, looks like you hardly put any effort into it all. So one way to fix that, in fact, if you've taken a computer graphics class before, you've probably traced a lot of things and used brushes, but basically use the brushes. So if you've never done this before, you go to Brush, Open Brush Library, and then you can see a lot of the free brushes on here. If you go on the internet, there's tons of free brushes. Just type in free Illustrator brush if you don't find what you like within here. So I'm just going to go to, no, I don't know. I think I just want an artistic, maybe a calligraphic brush. That's kind of what you get, but I'm going to look at it anyway. So what I like about these is they have various widths about them. So let's see what we can do here on the ink side. Hey, not sure I like that. Let's go something a little smaller. See how that looks. It's okay. It's more interesting than what I had before, but I'm not really feeling it. So let me go. Maybe I want something that has a little more variety to it as far as the line widths. Now, this might be interesting. Let's see what happens with this. That's pretty far out, but I don't think it would really convey a good message. I like that one. Let's see how that looks. Okay, maybe not perfection, but let's say I'm happy with that. So there's my line drawing. So I don't want to see you guys take these and add the color to the work yet, because you want to look at things independently before you get started on the details of the logo design. So there's my set of three. And another great thing about Illustrator is there's also a color libraries. Let me see if I can find them. I had the set to, let's see. Yeah, I had it set to CMYK the other day. Let me figure out how to get to the color library. Hold on. Okay, so the color library lives under swatches. I always forget these things until I have to use them. So there's your basic that it comes with, but if you go to the little three stack there, drop down, you can go to Open Swatch Library, and there's just tons of these wonderful pre-picked palettes. Kids, foods. So let's say I want something that has a lot of energy. So maybe I want the fruit palette. So somebody took the time and put all these different colors together. So I just select that, click on one, and I had it on the stroke, so just swap that out. Go to the next one. I like the blue here. So, and then so forth. You get the last one, maybe this vibrant Kelly color, Kelly green. All right, so there I've got my three. I want to go to the align window. Go over here. I want them all to be aligned at the top, and I want them all to be distributed evenly so they look nice and tight. So these are my color studies. I forgot how many I said I wanted you guys to do. But basically, you copy paste that, and then you go back to aligning. You can do this nice and neatly in Illustrator. Left align, and then do the same all the way down. You get a nice tidy look. So basically, what I'm trying to tell you is I want a neat and tidy layout. You can do each page as a JPEG with each individual thing. Color studies page. line drawing page, typography page, or if you want to put a presentation together all on one page, that's fine too. So along with the colors, I want to see separate type studies for each one. And of course, make the type big enough for a presentation. And then really do some work. You know, I don't want to see Arial. I don't want to see Papyrus. I don't want to see Comic Sans. I want you to go to dafont.com and I want you to look for, you know, serif, sans serif, fonts that'll complement each other, contemporary fonts, fonts that are different, fonts that don't come on everybody's computers. Let's see what you got. All right, and if you've never downloaded a font before, it's pretty easy. Go to dafont.com, my favorite site. Apparently there's a Google free font site, and of course there's the Adobe Type Library that comes with CC. So I love dafont.com, although there's lots of rules about using them in a corporate setting. I think as a student, you're fine. But let me go to handwritten. This is sort of trendy. One thing I do recommend, if you go to calligraphy, one thing that's really happening right now to death is this sort of jumpy calligraphy font. Every 6 months, maybe even every year, there's some fonts that get crazy overused, so they stop looking original. That's what's going on with this stuff. And it's starting to take a look of sorority, baby shower. It's just too much, so I had to point that out. Anyway, let me go back to handwritten. I like, that's a little bit along those. Let's go to brown pen. You hit download. I downloaded it immediately. Open that up. What do we got in here? So you've got a JPEG. It shows you what it could look like. Beautiful type treatment on there. And then there's also information about the use. These are all created by people just like you. So sometimes they say, I don't care where you use this. Sometimes they say things like, if this is a national campaign, please pay me $75. This person doesn't, I didn't read it, but this person doesn't seem to care. So what you do if you're on a Mac, you double click the OTF extension and you hit install font. All right, I'm going to proceed with caution there. You can see all the different fonts that I've downloaded in my day. And so all you have to do is save your project, okay, so I'm going to call this Style Guide Cast. And just going to go put this on the desktop. Okay, so you save your document, and then after that save, it should be in there. So let me take this font, and I've already forgotten what it was called, brown pen. It should be living in here now, brown pen. And there you go. So that's all there is to it. But I just wanted to make a demo for you and explain that you don't want to put all the treatment on it right away. When you do professional logo design, it goes through all these stages for client approval. So I'm going to show my client these colors, these type studies, and they're going to narrow down what they want to see. And then from there, you start working on adding it to the logo. And that's after you've tweaked the line width, everything. All right, let me know if you have any questions.